So here the Buddha says he became enlightened in this place. I considered this Dhamma that I have attained is profound, hard to see and hard to understand, peaceful and sublime, unattainable by mere reasoning, subtle to be experienced by the wise. But this generation delights in worldliness, takes delight in worldliness, rejoices in worldliness. It is hard for such a generation to see this truth, namely specific conditionality, dependent origination, and it is hard to see this truth, namely the stilling of all volitions, the relinquishing of all attachments, the destruction of craving, dispassion, cessation, nibbana. If I were to teach the Dhamma, others would not understand me, and that would be wearying and troublesome for me. Thereupon there came to me spontaneously these stanzas never heard before, enough to teaching the Dhamma, that even I found hard to reach, for it will never be perceived by those who live in lust and hate. Those died in lust, wrapped in darkness, will never discern this abstruse Dhamma, which goes against the worldly stream, subtle, deep, and difficult to see. Considering thus, my mind inclined to inaction rather than to teaching the Dhamma. Let's stop here for a moment. So our Buddha, after he became enlightened, then he considered and he realized that most living beings, most humans, will not want to learn the Dhamma or practice the Dhamma. That's why actually most Buddhas are Pacceka Buddhas. You can see 99.99% of Buddhas are Pacceka Buddhas, because we find the Buddha said that after he became enlightened, he looked into the past and he probably stayed awake the whole night. And he looked through the past 91 world cycles and he saw only 6 Sammasambuddhas willing to teach the Dhamma to the world. Whereas in the Isigili Sutta, the Buddha says at one time there was this Isigili hill outside Rajagaha. At one time there were 500 Pacceka Buddhas staying on that hill. So you see, Pacceka Buddhas you can find a lot, but Sammasambuddhas are very, very few. So much for the Mahayana vow to become a Buddha. After they become a Buddha, they will not want to teach. Then monks, the Brahma Sahampati knew with his mind the thought in my mind, and he considered, the world will be lost, the world will perish, since the mind of the Tathagata, Arahant, Sammasambuddha, inclines to inaction rather than to teaching the Dhamma. Then just as quickly as a strong man might extend his flexed arm or flex his extended arm, the Brahma Sahampati vanished in the Brahma world and reappeared before me. He arranged his upper robe on one shoulder and extending his hands in reverential salutation towards me, said, Rebel Sir, let the Blessed One teach the Dhamma. Let the Sublime One teach the Dhamma. There are beings with little dust in their eyes who are wasting through not hearing the Dhamma. There will be those who will understand the Dhamma. The Brahma Sahampati spoke thus, and then he said further, in Magadha there have appeared till now impure teachings devised by those still staying. Open the doors to the deathless. Let them hear the Dhamma that the stainless one has found. Just as one who stands on a mountain peak can see below the people all around, so wise one, all-seeing sage, ascend the palace of the Dhamma, that the sorrowless one survey this human breed, engulfed in sorrow, overcome by birth and old age. Arise, victorious hero, caravan leader, deathless one, and wander in the world. Let the Blessed One teach the Dhamma. There will be those who will understand. Then I listened to the Brahma's pleading, and out of compassion for beings, I surveyed the world with the eye of a Buddha. Surveying the world with the eye of a Buddha, I saw beings with little dust in their eyes, and with much dust in their eyes, with keen faculties and with dull faculties, with good qualities and with bad qualities, easy to teach and hard to teach, and some who dwelt seeing fear in blame and in the world. Just as in a pond of blue or red or white lotuses, some lotuses that are born and grow in the water thrive immersed in the water without rising out of it, and some other lotuses that are born and grow in the water rest on the water surface, and some other lotuses that are born and grow in the water rise out of the water and stand clear, unwetted by it. So too, surveying the world with the eye of a Buddha, I saw beings with little dust in their eyes, and with much dust in their eyes, with keen faculties and with dull faculties, with good qualities and with bad qualities, easy to teach and hard to teach, and some who dwelt seeing fear in blame and in the world. Then I replied to the Brahma Sahampati in stanzas, "Open for them are the doors to the deathless. Let those with ears now show their faith." Thinking it would be troublesome, O Brahma, I did not speak the Dhamma, subtle and sublime. Then Brahma Sahampati thought, I have created the opportunity for the Blessed One to teach the Dhamma, and after paying homage to me, keeping me on the right, he thereupon departed at once.